Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Baldric Bar Crawl. I'm your Dungeon Mika, and my pronouns are he, him. I'm here for yet another vignette where I'll be guiding this player into joy, pain, misery,
Hurt me. Oh my god.
unexpectedness. This daddy is gonna hurt you. Jim, why don't you introduce yourself and your character?
Hi, everybody. My name is Jim, pronouns he, him, and I am playing Diomedes. He's blue dragonborn, very impressionable. Uh, and we're going to find out how Theo, to his friends, and Mead, to the bars that he's a regular, feel about him and how he feels about them.
All right. Okay, let's set the scene. Dio, you're currently in the dormitories for all of the young clerics. That's right next to the temple for the deity you worship. Who is it that you worship?
Bahamut
Solid
is,
choice.
as both me and my twin, Menelaeus, I think, pleased to worship Bahamut, kind of raised in that temple. And that.
Yeah. So you do all of the young clerics in training are usually four to a room, but your room, unfortunately, there are only three of you in there. One bed used to be occupied by your brother Menelaeus, but not anymore, and it has remained empty. Almost as if people consider it cursed. There are rumors that go around that if you lay in his bunk, that you will be haunted and you will lose your faith, etc., etc., none of which are true, as far as you know. But how do those rumors make Dio feel as he prepares to sneak out of this very sparsely decorated room?
I think those rumors don't bother him as much as some of the other young clerics think it does. A lot of his, hates to call them friends, but I think a lot of his friends will sometimes bring it up in jest to kind of poke fun or kind of bully him. I think he knows Menelaeus is still alive. He knows Menelaeus is out there. He knows that he's just been banished. He knows that he's worried that it's his fault. But it doesn't bother him as much as it had in the first few months after everything kind of happened. I think he is sad, like looking over the empty bunk. You know, it being the day that it is.
That's right. The next day is your birthday. Your birthday, your brother's birthday.
Our birthday. I think Dio being sad, it's a lot of feeling that this should be both of them sneaking out to get their first drink. It should be both of them getting to.
Yeah.
He feels that it's a bit unfair. They don't get to do this.
So your two roommates, one of them is a halfling, the other one is a yellow dragonborn, seem to be sound asleep. But you are still trying to sneak out of this room, sneak out of the dorms in general. And if there is someone who keeps watch, who patrols the hallways. And now is your chance. And I'm going first to get out of this room. I will need you to make a stealth check for me.
Oh boy. I know it says disadvantage on my sheet, but that's because I currently...
I think at this point, I'd say you don't have disadvantage, because you're probably not wearing this armor.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm definitely not wearing my armor right now. Awesome. So, we still get a -1 on that. Let's see here. First roll is excellent. That is a 3 -1 for a 2.
Well, luckily for you, go ahead and use your Tisano token.
Oh, God. Imagine this just getting... Oh, come on. You're never going to guess what I just rolled a second time.
Oh.
The dice gods have decided that I am supposed to roll a 3 here. And end on a 2.
I feel your pain. That happened to me with a natty 1 for a different game I was in twice in a row. Ended up killing my almost boyfriend NPC that was just made up and introduced like 2 minutes earlier.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So you have to take the new roll, which is fine because it's the same roll.
Yep.
The floor creaks, and it is loud, and your halfling roommate snaps awake. This roommate is Chadwick. He is this little halfling, 3.5 feet tall, with this curly, dark auburn hair. And he rubs the sleepies from his eyes, and his voice is a little rough. And he says, "Hey, Dio, what are you... What?
Chadwick. Chad.
Yeah.
I'm just heading to the bathroom. I gotta go to the little boy's room. I'll be right back."
Don't, you're friggin' bladder, dude. Go ahead and roll deception. Yeah.
Okay. Better than a 3. 14 plus 0 is a 14.
Perfect, yeah.
Love that.
Okay, you have to... The bathroom? Really?
Hey, when the dragon calls, the dragon calls.
Ew, like as a I can't tell if that's like because you're a dragonborn. Do you refer to your penis as a dragon? Do you even have a is it a cloaca?
Why are you it's like practically midnight, okay? Why are you asking me these questions? I just have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, no, but like look, you said it and now I can't stop thinking about it.
Look, were you not listening in like, I don't know, like we've taken like anatomy classes before. Like, do you not listen about like, I guess it's been a minute since we've done like anything like Dragonborn. Chadwick, I just gotta go to the bathroom. It's like a nature calls thing, you know what I mean? I just like...
But like now I'm gonna have a hard time going to sleep because I'm going to be thinking about like dragons and stuff. Like, what if there's a dragon who comes to the window and then talks?
Chad, that's...
Chad is falling back asleep.
It's incredible. I love Chad. I love him so much. Great.
So I mean, you rolled poorly on your stealth, but your deception worked, and Chadwick fell asleep. So now it's time to open that creaky oak door that leads out into the hallway. So you're not quite sure who is on patrol tonight, but you've memorized the route that they're supposed to take, and you are pretty sure that now's a good time to leave. How confident are you about this?
So here's the thing. I actually think that Dio is actually feeling pretty confident. He, is he the most intelligent with things? No, but he's taken some time with a lot of things. He's smart about, he's smart about other things, and in this case, knowing how usually the night shifts go around, he's been a little bit more delinquenty the past few years, and he's kind of this isn't the first time that he's sneaking out. He's fairly confident this time of night should be okay. Fairly confident. I'd say he's at like he's at least at like a 90% confident.
All right, go ahead and describe this escape for me then.
Great. Dio kind of like opens the creaky ass door, kind of peeks through, puts his head out, and remembers that he's already he's got this little bit of a fib that he's already kind of given to Chadwick that he can kind of roll with. So his aim is to head past the bathroom, and then towards the front door. He knows where the guards are usually stationed, but I think he would take a right just before there's probably like a corner that he would have to take to go towards where the guards are positioned at the front door. But I think instead of going the right towards that, there's a left that's a little before that would lead to the kitchen. He's planning on using the back door where the kitchen is to leave rather than the front door. And he kind of he makes his way down the hallway towards that left turn, aiming to get out that back door. Tiptoeing as quietly as his dragonborn, because he doesn't tend to wear shoes because it's not great for a dragonborn of his size to wear shoes. He doesn't need them. He's specifically aiming just to make that left, and then he seems to be scot-free. He's got to get through the kitchen.
Luckily, at this time of night, no one is in the kitchen. It's usually depending on the day, 3 a.m. that people will wake up for shifts. You all take shifts. So, once a week, there's a professional chef who comes in and cooks. But more often than not, for at least a meal, for one meal a day, all of the young clerics will take turns cooking.
Yeah.
And as we walk through the kitchen, you do see some birthday candles, and it looks like they might be planning a little something or other for you in the morning. In the Order of Bahamut, birthdays aren't the biggest deal, but I'm sure it's still nice to know, hey, maybe they are kind of thinking about me.
I do think Dio does take a second, looks at them. He's seen plenty of candles in his life, and he knows the difference between birthday candles and regular candles. It is kind of nice. It would be nicer if, his brother were here to celebrate the birthday with him, and they would be getting candles for him as well. And I think he kind of almost wishes he could split the candles with his brother. And after that brief little slowdown and that brief little feel, like emotions hitting, he kind of locks back in on his destination and the time frame that it's at right now, and continues past the candles.
You make it outside, through the courtyard, jumping from bush to bush, hiding behind trees, humming some sort of spy thriller tune to yourself, and you make it out onto the streets. You're not going too far. You're in more of the religious district, but there is, within this district, close by, one particular bar that you plan on going to. Our Lady of the Sacred Speakeasy. And you can see soft lights emanating from the top as there are skulls decorating the outside. As you approach, you see them. They're like these little fireflies going in and out of the eye holes. Outside there seems to be a line with some sort of person wearing a goat head mask and a paddle standing in front of the door. In line, just a bunch of students from SAIB, the School of the Art Institute of Baldric. Do you ever interact with any of the students?
I don't know if I have outside of this bar. I think
Okay.
in the times that I've snuck out before to get to this bar, there's a chance that I might have seen one or two of them at the bar, had some interactions, whether good or bad.
Okay. So Dio isn't especially outgoing when it comes to meeting new people.
Not usually. This bar has kind of helped him to kind of just, because being at the the temple, kind of, you're among the same young clerics every day, right? Like you don't really get to go out. Like they don't really take you out or let you go about the city super often. Like this tended to be where he would go and get like a little bit of see people. He wouldn't of course he wouldn't be drinking, because he's still been, as much as he was kind of pushing the rules, he wouldn't drink before he became of age, but he would still go out and like just kind of watch people in the bar, talk to people here and there, but he was never overly talkative. He'd talk to people that maybe another dragonborn, maybe you would recognize something and be like, oh, it's kind of where he would start to ask questions and learn about how people would interact with each other at a bar.
Yeah. All right. The line is moving fairly quickly tonight until you're second in line. In front of you is a fucking stupid-looking Goliath holding a basket, and when he uncovers the basket, like there are a bunch of muffins in there, and you see him like, oh, here, take one of these, and he hands it to the goat, who nods and like lifts up their mask a little bit, and like it seems like in one single bite eats the muffin, and then the stupid fucking Goliath is let in. You're up next. What have you brought with you as an offering to the goat?
Oh boy.
To the Lady of the Sacred Speakeasy. The Lady Yoltara Minerza.
You know what? I would actually say, I think Dio would have had something in mind originally. I think he was probably bringing like he knows that she likes like foods. So I think he originally had like he had taken some of maybe some like bacon that he was supposed to have at dinner that night. I think he would have originally brought that along. However, I think going back to it, I think he would have seen the candles in the kitchen and thought, you know what would be a really cool offering for this, like, you know, my night, the night of my birthday. He would have grabbed a candle and brought that as his offering to the goat.
As you hold up this candle, coming out of the sleeve of their cloak, this cloak's the color of dried blood. It's very raggedy, and you see coming out from the sleeve is a little pseudo-dragon familiar, wraps around the goat person's arm, and the pseudo-dragon coughs. A little flame comes out and it lights the candle. The goat person nods, kind of almost knights you on each shoulder with this paddle, and then pushes you inside, like hitting your back as you go inside. And you have made it into the bar. Or nightclub bar, I guess you could say. This pub has this rosy radiance coming out of it. If you've ever been to any restaurant or hotel housing unit that's been made out of, or from a repurposed cathedral, it's basically that. You know, everything is still mostly made of stone. Only a few things have been changed. There are dancing cages over to one side, filled with dancing skeletons, and they've got some moves, let me tell you. You see a gaggle of people on the dance floor, and there aren't as many people this evening because it's a weeknight. But everyone's still grooving, they're jiving. There are golems, stone golems, acting as security over at the stage. And you see on the stage, there is no DJ. It's some sort of magic that's creating the music. There's no band playing. But instead, up on stage, you see, sitting on the throne, the visage of the Lady of the Sacred Speakeasy, Yoltara Minerza. It is a skeleton dressed in these dried blood-colored robes. A bedazzled skull with ruby eyes and a crown made from other various bones with jewels encrusted in them. Makeup that's really gold foil plastered on. But everyone seems to be ignoring this statue. Or this effigy, rather. Because it's always there. If you've been here before, you just accept it. And there might be a little magic involved as well. Like a little perception thing to keep people from caring a little too much. And then over to your left is the bar. Again, due to magic, it's a little less... It's a bit more quiet over there. Where do you choose to go?
Well, Dio came here with a goal. I think, you know, he doesn't necessarily know exactly what time it is. You know, however, he can kind of get the idea that it must be closing on midnight. He knows he left around, you know, 11:30, 11:45. So his goal is to get himself a drink. He's going to go to the bar.
Right. At the bar, there is a Dampier wearing the same robes, but you know for a fact that this Dampier isn't part of the order. Most people who work the bar aren't actual monks or clerics of the sacred speakeasy. They're just outside hired hands, you know?
Mhm.
And he wears a name tag that says Vlad. He's got this gruff voice, and you've met him before, vaguely familiar with him. And he sees you, walks right up, and slams a glass on the table. And what this glass contains, well, I am going to need you to roll. Oh, no. Never mind. This is a glass of wine. And the bartender, Vlad, says, "Hey, kid, it's your birthday. In 3, 2, 1.
And,
All right, 3 glasses of wine on the house."
Could I add, and
No.
like, he goes, okay. And he drinks the first one, like really quick, because this is his first time. Like, I don't even think in, obviously there's inevitably like similarities, right, with churches and the and the Temple of Bahamut, but I don't think there's actual wine that gets drank at a lot of the stuff, so I don't think he would even know what it tastes like. So I think a first sip tastes really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
it's
he
a nice.
downs it.
Yeah, it's a nice mulled wine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you know far more about wine than I do, so you can go ahead and describe. Are all? Sorry, keep going.
No, you're good. You're good. I like that it being a mulled wine. I like it being this kind of like comfort. Like it's not like a big Cabernet or something like that would kind of like almost like hit his taste buds and be almost like not shocking to a child. To some degree, he's only 18. But it's this almost it's like comforting, and has those notes of like different like cinnamons and like other spices that just kind of like going into his like dragonborn palate of like preferring spicier things, typically like spicy hot, but like also just like flavorful things. I think this is very comforting to it, and he drinks it very quickly, not really knowing what he was what he's doing with it. But I think when Vlad puts the second drink in front of him, he does have a moment where he kind of looks at it and once again is hit by the fact that this should be Menelaeus's drink. Like, this should be the one Menelaeus is having next to him at this bar.
Vlad notices kind of your hesitation, and he just grumbles and groans like an old man. He's like, "Ugh. Thinking about your brother. Look, kid. No, it's your birthday, but maybe we should have the hard talk. Do you want to stay a cleric? Because I didn't. I left, and I had far less reason than you did. Or do have. Your brother was freaking exiled."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to, maybe I am trying to pull you from the faith, but I say in a cathedral bar.
Glad I don't know. I'm scared if I stay. It's what I've known. It's who I am. It's who I'm supposed to be.
No, okay, no supposing. No, there is no supposed to, should. No, that doesn't exist. What do you want?
And I think, like, he's feeling the effects of the drink and the question put in front of him.
Vlad sighs, straightens up, and he tussles. You don't really have hair as a dragonborn, so he's really just, like, petting the top of your head, rubbing the top of your head almost. Okay, look, that wasn't cool of me to bring up on your birthday, so, fourth cup, for free. Just let me know what you want when you get there.
Yeah. Thanks, Vlad. Thanks. And he looks at the drink in front of him one more time, the glass, and he's gonna bring it to his lips, and he's gonna take a deep breath, and he's gonna drink the second one down as quickly as he did the first.
I have a question for you, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
For Dio, what kind of friend does he want right now? Does he want someone who's similar to him, someone who's very bold and outgoing, someone who listens?
I think I think you hit it with both of those. I think he's looking for someone that would be more bold and outgoing, would be willing to come up to him to talk, but would also listen to him. Someone that was feeling how he made it. Someone that could help him go in the right direction, and ease his mind on the decisions that he kind of has to be making right now.
Okay. Does he down the second glass like he did the first?
Yeah. The second glass goes down as fast as I think the third he'd probably start sipping on now that he's two in. Yeah. I think the third would just be sip on the third at the bar.
A pale green hand reaches over, touches your hand, and slowly kind of pushes it down to the table. All right, buddy. Take it. Let's get you some water. All right. Next to him.
Sure.
Next to him is a tall and kind of gangly-looking orc who kind of exudes this almost older cousin energy. He's in kind of this cobbled assortment of clearly thrifted hand-me-downs almost, with you notice some home sewn things added to it. It's not the most professional job, but it looks kind of cool. Like he has a sewn on black heart over on the wrong side of the chest. And his two tusks aren't especially big. Like they're noticeable, of course, orc.
Yeah.
But they're kind of smaller than you're used to seeing on a fully grown orc, and so you're assuming that he is about the same age as you.
I mean, I guess you're right. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to drinking. This is this is a bit of a first for me.
All right, eye contact. Look at me. Okay. And you notice his eyes are this icy blue. All right, sport. First, what's your name?
Dio. You can call me Dio.
Dia. All right, that's a solid name. I am Saamson. So, Sam works.
Sam.
Or like son or Amsa, any kind of combination you want to do, I'll answer to it.
Sure.
Now I understand drinking your sorrows away with this, but a little birdie, or a little bat, told me that it was your birthday.
Yeah.
So, alright. So, okay. You don't look very happy that it's your birthday, and you're not drinking properly for a celebration. You're doing sad drinking. That's no good. Not on my watch, okay? Not in my vicinity. It's kind of an insult, buddy. So.
Fair. It should be. It should be more fun, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
First drink.
Oh, you're that young.
Yeah.
Ooh, doggy. All right. Damn.
I should be drinking with my brother, but he's not here.
Because he's a dick?
No.
Okay.
No. He's like not here as in like he's not as far as I know, he's not in the city. He's just not here. And he should be.
Okay. Little vague.
We're twins, and we should be drinking, together, because it's both of our 18th birthdays.
You really do give off that twin vibe.
Thanks.
I was lying. You really don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's fun, buddy. It's
twin vibe like.
I don't know, but it's not this.
Fair.
Yeah. All right, stud. Come on. Focus. Look at me.
Yep.
Yeah. Just keep eye contact. All right.
Okay.
All right. What can we do to cheer you up?
Oh boy.
Should we find someone for you to kiss? A little smooch?
Oh god. It's first drink. I can't do my first kiss tonight. That'd be just weird, wouldn't it? That'd be crazy.
He grabs your face and smooches your forehead. All right. Got your kiss out of the way. Now you shouldn't be nervous about it. Yeah.
I appreciate you, Sam.
Yeah.
I mean, dancing would be great. I see everybody else doing it here whenever I'm here. I don't think I have really actually danced in this place before. Dancing would be fun. Kind of like looks at the third drink as well. Is like, does drinking make you like a better dancer? Is that why everybody like dances at a bar? Is that how that goes? I don't.
Well, it makes me a better dancer. But anyone else who answers, truthfully, 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 it just releases your inhibitions, so you can feel that rain on your skin. It's just that great feeling. It makes you stop caring.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah. So not better, just more entertaining, more fun.
I think with the words that like Sam used as well, like despite them being from a phenomenal song, Dio looks at his drink and goes, and does, like, despite Sam mentioning water and whatnot, does drink a little bit more of it. Kind of breathes a little bit, and I think I would like to dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's make this a night of firsts for you, okay? How's that sound?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's my deal. All right, and he does like the tap on your shoulder and like pulls you up. You can bring your drink with you. It's fine. People do it. The floor's sticky.
Great.
You're just gonna have to accept that.
Yep.
Just accept. Yep. Now let's go. And he drags you onto the dance floor. And first, roll a perception check for me. Maybe not perception, investigation.
Yeah.
I never quite perception. Perception works.
Fair. That is going to be a natural 16 plus 3 for 19.
You do notice on the floor, on the dance floor, there is a huge, old-looking sigil etched onto the ground. And it looks like it's been there for maybe hundreds of years. Honestly, you're not really sure what it does, what it's for. But for as long as you've known, you've never heard anything about it. It's curious that it's there, but it's whatever. You can choose to look into it more if you want, but there are a ton of people on the dance floor right now. Well, not a ton because it's a weeknight, but there are enough people on the dance floor, and you've got the stone golems kind of keeping an eye on everything. It might not be the easiest to investigate more.
I don't know. Since Dio is now 2 drinks in, 2.5, we'll say. I think he looks at it and, he's seen it, enough times, having been here on really, really slow nights, and, and knows that he's, can't really see it when it's like super busy and like everything's like packed. But I don't think he would think much of it right now. I think he would just have the thought in his mind that like this is the first time that he's stepping onto this said space. I think even when it's been a dead night that he's gotten there, I don't think even on those nights he's gone on to the dates.
Alright, the first thing I need you to do, it's not gonna do a whole lot probably with this vignette, but I think now's a good enough time to bring in one of the rules we'll be using for the bar crawl, and that is your sobriety die. Because you've had 2 drinks, go ahead and what is your constitution score?
My constitution score is a 14, so a +2.
Okay, so you roll a d10. So go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
Perfect. That's going to be a 5.
A 5. Okay, you're fine. You pass. Go ahead and roll that a second time for the second drink.
That's going to be a 2.
Okay, with a 2, your sobriety die goes down to a D8. And so just keep that in mind in case you decide to have another drink, because you were starting to sip on that third one.
Yep.
And then sorry for all the dice rolls, but now roll a performance check for me.
Oh boy.
For this dancing as you dance the night away.
Let's see here. Performance is a +0, so... that's going to be a nat 1.
Oh, jeez. Do you want to describe this nat 1, or do you want me to?
Oh boy. I think I will. Oh god. He not only has 2 left feet when it comes to the dance floor, I mean, he's got literally dragon like talon feet, right? That are also 2 left. Like he's clumsy. This is his first time drinking. He doesn't fully, like, aside from what he's seen people do, he doesn't quite understand how his body is supposed to move. He's listening to the music. He is kind of going along with how he feels he should be moving. But he, I think, is bumping into people. He is not super focused. And I think he's also trying to drink the rest of his drink while he is on that floor. And while he is dancing around. So I think he is also getting the floor sticky around him. The already sticky floor is just getting worse as he finishes his third drink and just continues to move and be awkward and just more of an obstacle for people on the dance floor.
People are bumping into you left and right, and people are like, hey, watch where you're going, and your drink sloshes, and a bunch of it spills on you. And a few people, because you've knocked into them, some of their drinks spill on you, and you're covered in like sticky, alcoholic mess, and you can probably smell it on yourself at this point. And go ahead, because you rolled a natty 1, roll a d8 for me, disadvantage.
Yep. And first one's a 4. And second one's a 5. 4 and a 5.
All right, you're fine then. But you are a sticky mess, and Sam is has this perplexed look, like, I really thought that would loosen you. Oh boy! All right, come on, buddy. Let's get you cleaned up.
He follows Sam off the floor, just and I think Dio, despite Sam even telling him this, he doesn't, like, he feels sticky and he can feel the drinks all over him, but he's not even, like, again, while he might not be the drunkest person ever right now or anything like that, he is only 18. He doesn't know how alcohol affects himself. So, like, he is already kind of like, oh, all right, we're going this way now. Okay. Like the kind of young drunk that you should probably babysit because they don't know where they're going, or what they're doing.
I think we don't need the rolls for this. You're drunk. After downing 2 glasses of wine, and then you just finished your third. Sam drags you to the bathroom. And it's a club bathroom. There are a lot of people there. Some of them are probably doing, some booger sugar, or making out. You do see, like, a tiefling making out with an elf over like in the corner, in the far corner. And Sam opens up a stall, sits you down on the toilet, and he gives you kind of that same look he gave you on the dance floor, folds his arms. It's like, all right, kid, so I've got some spare clothes we can change you into. All right, so
Okay.
you'll feel more comfortable. It'll give us a second chance to go back out there. I will keep a better eye on you. And we'll have a bit of a better time. And then
Okay.
we can get some shawarma after. Sound good?
Oh yeah, I'd like shawarma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna want some. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Don't
Okay.
move. Do
I
not
won't.
move.
I won't.
And it doesn't take long before Sam's back and he's like got this satchel with him and he kind of digs through it, muttering like, "Nope, I don't leave home without a spare change of clothes." All right, this is going to be a bit tight on you, but he like shoves a shirt and some like sweats over to. Well, I guess before he does that, it's like, okay, I'm going to need you to, if you want the private, we can close the door, but you're going to need to remove those. Here, some sweats, a t-shirt, and the t-shirt says, like, I heart Baldric.
Great. Great.
Yeah. All right, you're lucky I didn't bring my shorts that say juicy on the butt, okay? Just
Fair.
some nice regular sweats. They'll really, again, we're different sizes. So this will probably like really accentuate some muscles. So maybe that's a good thing. We can find you a real first kiss. So
Oh God.
yeah, I'll wait over here for you.
All
And he
right.
goes and like leans against the wall.
Great. I think Dio would still, because like he's still church boy, right? He's like, oh God. I think he would close the door, change out of like his gross stuff and into the like sweats and the t-shirt. Probably like with some of his spines along his back. Hopefully not putting holes in this person's shirt, but still like a little nervous about it.
Yeah.
And might at least obviously be stretching it out at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Ugh.
fine. Once you're done, Vlad takes the sticky clothes, and puts them in his bag. Says, "All right, come on." And he like grabs you by your arm and leads you out. First to the coat check, puts back his bag, and then he drags you back out onto the dance floor. And we can go ahead and just do little snapshots, like as if a series of Polaroids describing the rest of the evening.
Yeah. I think in over the next hour or two, I think he would have like he was told that he could have one more by Vlad back at the thing, so I think he would go back and have at least one more drink, followed very quickly by water, for as per Sam telling him that he should. I think he would be back on the dance floor doing his best to get better and kind of sloppily watch how people do things. I think once he was in the new sweats, I think he would be a little bit more careful with bumping he might be a little bit drunker now, but he's also got Sam's clothes, so I think he's trying to pay attention and actively avoiding bumping into people, like dancing with anybody that like walks up to him, men and women, like whoever's around him, like but he doesn't know what he's doing, so it kind of more so looks like he's like almost stomping around like with his feet and like looking at his feet whenever somebody kind of shows up
Yeah.
to him. This wonky little 18-year-old dragonborn. I think as things kind of wind down, he would kind of follow Sam out the door first, like, thanking Vlad, waving to him and any other, like, friends that he might have in the bar. That might be kind of like hanging out.
I think that Sam forced you to meet a bunch of new people
Yeah.
at this point. Sort of like in How I Met Your Mother, the "Have you met my friend Ted?"
Yep.
is
Yep.
essentially what he did. Like,
Yeah.
he's pointing out hims, fems, and thems.
Yep.
They could be your friend. Maybe one of them will make out with you. Come on. And by the end of the night, you have, sometimes we add in some modern stuff. So I'll say there have been several Polaroids taken. And as Sam, leads you out, there are Polaroids of you with him with some new friends, like arms around your shoulder, you dancing.
Yeah.
Sam trying to show you a dance move and posing. And Sam leads you to Off Central Park, which is, well, a huge-ass park that is in Baldric. You have your shawarma, and you're leaning against the park wall as Sam hands you a shawarma, and he nods over to some construction in the park, and he says something about how they're building a bar within the park. But, are you even really paying attention? Is your head buzzing? Are you just focused on the shawarma? What is going through Dio's head right now? Here at 2:30 a.m.
I think here at 2:30 a.m., I think Dio is loving the taste of this shawarma. I think this is kind of bringing him back a little bit, like the night air, feeling a little bit more comfortable than the like the warm, like intense heat of a like club like that was. It's definitely starting to sober him up a little bit. I do think he's still kind of enjoying, like, having kind of like, he's still enjoying having just gotten cut loose and enjoy the bar, but I also think he is slowly starting to again sober up and remember that his brother should be meeting Sam with him, meeting all these friends with him, and he also realizes that he hasn't felt any things or anything from his brother. He hasn't felt any of his feelings tonight, and that has him a little confused as he eats his shawarma, and Sam continues telling him about Off Central Park and the new bar that they're putting in place here.
Hey, Dio.
Yeah.
Where'd you go off to there?
The shawarma's good. Sam.
That's me.
We did a lot of dancing and drinking and meeting people. what about you? Um. Uh. hmm, When's your birthday?
My
Um.
birthday. Whew. Well, I'll tell you next time.
Okay. Um. When's next time? How do you go to the bar often? Um.
Yeah, I like to bar hop.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Well, we'll drink more and you can tell me more about birthday and you and all that. That's great. Uh, yeah.
Yes. Also, are you okay taking your alcoholic reeking robes back with you? Because I can get them clean and just give them back to you next time I see you.
Um. Well, I mean, I should probably bring them back. It's not good that they smell bad, but I can clean them. I have another set of robes that I can wear at home. I can bring your stuff back next time I see you. I should probably have mine just because I got to go back to the temple, and if they find out that I don't have um my other set, it could be. Yeah, I should probably bring those back.
All right.
Yeah, but thank you though. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it is kind of late, so let me walk you back to the temple.
sure. Yeah. Mm. Storm was good.
Oh, it's the best thing to eat after a night out, let me tell you. Whoo doggy. And fries. Fries are like number two. Number one
Mm.
is some shawarma. Shouldn't you with a little bit more alcohol? You know, that's my
Mhm.
secret. Like take a shot of something.
Yeah.
It'll sober you up. Yeah. Uh, Ice cream. Sometimes some ice cream. But more reliably, the shawarma carts are always open, especially around, off Central Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like the stars?
Yeah, I like the stars. Kind of like
Do you
looks
have
up. Do I
despite
have
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, despite Baldric being a city and there being like a lot of light pollution,
mm.
also from the fact that the city is built inside of a volcano, um, you can still see the stars. It's not maybe as clear as you would like. It's not the Wyoming sky. You're not in a forest, but you can still make out stars.
I think he would look up and I think he would see there's a there's a set of stars up towards like the northern direction that kind of make like almost like a kind of like a dragon-ish kind of thing that some other like dragonborns that he had known growing up and his brother too would call that it was the Great Puck,
Hmm.
known as like the Great Puck, the pseudo dragon. He doesn't fully remember like the stories of all of that, but there are plenty of other sets of stars out there, but that tends to be his favorite because that would be something that him and his brother would joke about, like what was the Great Puck getting up to in the sky, and You just like point, like kind of still drunk, but like kind of drunkenly point up towards the north, where the Great Puck would be. Like that one, those up there. That's the Great Puck. I like those stars. I like those a lot.
Tell me more about the Great Puck.
Oh God, he got up to so much ridiculous stuff. It was, Menelaeus, many and me would like kind of just, I don't know, make up jokes about what he would do in the sky and how he'd, chase after the moon. He'd, you know, he'd cause havoc to some of the other, stars up there. He was just this goofball and kind of take inspiration from him. Stuff. It's always to the north, and I feel like we'd always be like, it'd be best to see it around our birthday. I think that's my favorite. I don't know if a lot of people know about the Great Puck, or I don't know if it's like a thing for most people, but I like to think that it's, I don't know, I think the Great Puck's looking out and having a good time up.
Before you know it, you are right in front of the temple. All right, buddy, I'm going to need you to remember more stories about the Great Puck. Maybe I'll do a little searching of my own as well. Seems very fun, honestly. Nice lighthearted stories. I like those. Lighthearted stories.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
All right, stud. Get yourself in there. Be a little sneaky, and yeah, I'll see you next time.
Thanks, Sam.
He gives you like another little forehead kiss.
I appreciate you.
All right. I appreciate you, buddy.
I'll see you at the bar next time. Yep. Get home safe. Appreciate it.
Did you look away, even just briefly, at any point?
Yes, I do think he would have.
Sam's gone. By the time you finish and you look back to see him, nowhere to be seen. I think after that, and like, again, as he's like sobering up more and more, the shawarma's really hitting. He's got like his clothes, like, under his arm. He turns around and heads back to make his way back inside, preferably not to get caught, going back through the kitchen and heading to his bedroom. When you get back to your bedroom, everything is as you left it. The other Dragonborn is asleep. Chadwick is positioned kind of awkwardly while asleep, kind of splayed out, and he's saying something. You think you hear like dragon come out of his mouth, and like, dragons, I don't like. That doesn't release. Can you capture a dragon? I feel like baby dragons are... And he just kind of honk shoes. And
Dio would climb up onto his bunk. Probably get into, like, he would definitely take off the clothes that Sam had given him and get back into like more of like sleeping garments. Curl up. He would pass out into to a nice drunken nap early morning of his 18th birthday.